welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to be here because today I'm talking about how to create viral Instagram reels. Yes, that's right. You can create Instagram reels that go viral, and that is what we're going to decode today. But hold your horses because before that, why are we even talking about virality and why do we want them to go viral? Virality means more eyeballs on your Instagram reel, which leads to more views, more engagement, more of your target audience seeing the stuff that you post means more ideal followers, which will lead to more sales. So basically, the virality of your Instagram reels is leading to money in your bank, and that is why we're talking about it. Cool, now that you know the importance of it, let's just dive right into today's video. Now, virality certainly doesn't mean that your reel will get like 2 million, 5 million views. It means that your reel will get in front of eyeballs which are more than your followers. So even if, say, you have 1,000 followers and your reel is going 10,000 views, that means it has achieved a certain degree of virality. It is spread among people who are not connected to you before and will now decide whether they want to consume your content or not. So even though it's been a few months since Instagram Reels actually roll in, Instagram algorithm is still promoting it full swing, and that's the reason you are able to see so many reels on a daily basis, and that is how your reel will land in front of your ideal consumer when it catches that fire of virality, which we are going to give it today. So the first ingredient to my recipe here, it's a very simple 3-ingredient recipe, so you don't need to worry. The first ingredient is actually uniqueness. Yes, that's correct, but the uniqueness can be twofold. So the first thing is that if you are unique and if you're doing something different, it has way more chances of going viral than if you're doing the same thing which everybody is doing. So when you bring in you, that means the concepts, the ideas, the filming, it can be anything. When you are getting your unique self into that real video, it's going to flare, and that is what we need to plan for when we are planning our next reel. So think about what unique element can you add. Can you add a funny voice? Can you add a different kind of video? Can you change the filter? Can you present differently? Can you talk about something in a very different fun way rather than going the safe and boring way? So think about it in that kind of scenario, because the second ingredient is also going to kind of relate to uniqueness. That is the first ingredient, although not exactly in the same way. We'll see that. But when I'm talking about uniqueness, the first ingredient specifically, if you feel that you're confused about where to begin from, there's another thing that you can do which can actually make you go viral rather easily, is pick on a trend that's already viral, that's working. It could be this or that, it could be multiple other things. So like with TikTok, like with Instagram Reels, the trends keep on changing, so make sure that you are on tab for the current trends. So pick them up and then give them your own unique flavor. That can also do wonders for you, and it'll be relatively easier because you are picking up an idea or a trend that's already working and then you're twisting it with your own unique flavor. This can be done in multiple different ways because certain times certain trends are associated with a particular industry, and if you pick it up and switch it up and swirl it in with your own industry and niche, you can present it very differently. It'll still catch fire because that music, that kind of trend is working and it's going viral. So ensure when you're doing that, you can, although you can play with the music, but sticking to that original music that actually made it viral will get you a lot more eyeballs. So the chances of you getting viral or going viral increase enormously if you're using the same music. And that's what I recommend you try, because again, virality is not something which you can say that, okay, this video I've made very differently, I've done this and this and this, so this will go to these many viewers, or it will go viral and this will not go viral. Sometimes things can actually take a turn, so you can never predict these. We can just prepare a reel to add that uniqueness, to add that flavor, to ensure that we are setting it up in the right direction, and then just let it roll. Don't think about it too much that way after you've done the reel. That is what I'd say. So just to give you a few examples, some of my recent reels have been really unique in terms of how they've been created. I'll share some examples with you on the screen so that you can go through them. If you want to check them out in detail, you can connect with me on Instagram at Teju Chopra. My recent reels have been very different in the way I have produced them, and I would love for you to check it out and give your valuable feedback. That is one flavor of uniqueness that I have tried to add. Similarly, you can play with a lot more things when it comes to uniqueness or the trends that are already working. Now, what is the second ingredient? So the second ingredient is actually your reel needs to be entertaining. Yes, up to a bit. It doesn't mean that you're always dancing around, but if you're conveying what you want to in an entertaining way, there's nothing like it. People like to consume things which are entertaining, and they have a lot more shareability if they are entertaining rather than any boring piece of content. This works for different types of content, but because reels are like 15 seconds or 30 seconds of at the spur of the moment thing, people like seeing entertainment and uniqueness clubbed together. That is why I was saying that even if you have to convey something which has been told enough, which is a simple belief at times, you can convey it in an entertaining and unique way, your own unique way, and that will have the right flavor for it to go viral. These are two very important ingredients, but now coming to the third, which is equally important, if not more, is value. Your real video, the 15 or the 30-second clip actually needs to convey some value. Now, this depends on the kind of business you have. If you are a creator, if you are an artist, you showcase what you do, then the value that you are presenting is that. However, if I am a business owner or XYZ is a life coach and the value that they present is different in terms of addition to someone's life or business, then they need to do that. But in some sort of a way, your reel needs to convey value. And if it's pure blood entertainment and your account is all about it, again, your value is in making people enjoy those 15 seconds. So that value in that scenario joins hands with the entertainment and plays well. But if I'm sharing something with you that is valuable, entertaining, as well as unique, that becomes the ideal mixture for it to go viral. And anything, I repeat, anything will go viral that is shareable. So shareability is one important factor that comes into play for anything to go viral, because when people share it enough, their audiences consume it and they share it, it becomes like a never ending flow of shares coming in and in for that particular reel or particular video or particular piece of content, and that will lead to enormous eyeballs landing on your profile. That means the chances of you making sales out of them goes super high. So why won't you do it? So go try out my recipe of value, entertainment, and uniqueness today, and make sure that you don't just stop with one reel. Keep doing this consistently. There are hits and there are misses. Sometimes, your first reel with this recipe can go viral. Sometimes maybe your third reel will. So don't stop and don't let one reel decide if this recipe works for you or not. Keep doing it consistently for at least 5 to 6 pieces of content to see how is it performing. And even when it comes to entertainment or the kind of uniqueness we're talking about, experiment with different kinds of audio, experiment with explaining a difficult concept in very simple entertaining ways. You have all the room to play and experiment with. Ensure you don't stop at the first or the second one, because that's easier to say. I tried it for a video, it didn't work for me. So until and unless you've really given it a hard try, don't say that it doesn't work. It's not just about this concept, it can be about anything. Be consistent with what you're doing for at least 90 days, is what we say. But still, I would say if you're trying out this recipe, go try it out for 5 or 6 reels before deciding anything or coming to any conclusion. Reels have a huge power. I myself have a connection base of around 20,000 people on Instagram, and my best performing reel has over 55,000 views, and that is huge. And when I published that reel and actually gained 55,000 views in the next 4 days, I wasn't even at 20,000 connection base or follower base on Instagram. I was even lesser than that. So I'm sharing that just to let you know that it's possible for you too, provided you go out there and try it. So go try it out for yourself and let me know how it goes. If you're going to do that, share it with me in the comments, and I would love to check out your first reel, next reel, or the reel that goes viral. I would love to be connected with you on Instagram, so come join me there. Now, because you like this video, I'm sure you like these two videos right here on the screen, because I talk about entrepreneurship, online business, and social media for you. So go check it out right away. I'll see you soon in the next video.